What's up, YouTube? Guys, welcome back to another video. I apologize, and I know it's been a long time, but guys, I'm back, I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm excited to bring you guys more value and another update. So, as you guys know, I've been going through the academy here for the Border Patrol, and it's been nothing but an exciting experience. I have nothing but positive things to say, and my time here I've cherished a lot and I've learned a lot, and it's just amazing the things that I've experienced, especially the amount of things that I continue to experience on a day-to-day basis, because that's the thing. As you're going through this, there's always something new. It's something different every single day, and you learn a lot from people that have gone through the same experiences that you're going through, as well as, stuff that I'm going through and learning from somebody else. And just every day I'm just absorbing information, being a sponge, and just getting through it. And right now I'm standing at about 5 weeks out from graduation, and I'm very excited. All my classmates are doing really well, and I'm proud to be in the position I am, and I'm looking forward to what lies ahead. So today, guys, I just wanted to get into the 3 things that can help you get through the academy, right? So these 3 things I took a lot of time to think about, and these are the things that actually helped me out. Like this is what helped me get through the academy, get to the point where I'm at right now, and what is continuing to allow me to build momentum and getting through, and to just be on my feet, be vigilant, and to just be ready to learn every day, right? Because when you come into the academy, it's a learning environment. You're here to learn, you're here to have your own experience. And honestly, it's the most blessing thing you can go through. I'm grateful to go through it. I've been here for 4.5 months. My time is almost up, but I can honestly say it's been an amazing 4.5 months so far, and there's still a lot more stuff to go through. But that's just my experience that I'm gonna be looking forward to going through. And hopefully you guys watching this video, as you guys are going through your process or you're on your way here, you guys will be able to see what lies ahead and what exciting times you're going to experience. So anyway, guys, before I get too deep into the weeds and talk too much, number 1, guys, is to be a sponge, right? So you're going to be learning stuff every single day, as I mentioned before, right? You're going to be learning a lot of stuff in academics. You're going to be learning a lot of different stuff in physical training, operations, tactics, and things like that. I can't get too deep into the stuff, you guys, so bear with me. But for the most part, I'm sure you guys will be aware and understand what I'm talking about, because as you go through the academy, you're learning different things as far as Spanish law. You're learning about how tactics run, how operations run, and you learn it at different times. And of course, you got your firearms and you got your driving and stuff like that. But you're gonna experience those things on different times, and as you go through it, just absorb everything that's being said, and not just absorb it by listening, but also by doing, and just going through the motions with a purpose, and just allowing yourself to be efficient, because, and myself included, like, as I went through the experiences I went through, I made mistakes. A lot of people are gonna make mistakes, but that's part of the process, and that's going to be useful for you as you continue to progress and get through the academy. So that way, once you finish and graduate and get to the field, you will be able to build momentum off of what you did the first time and what you continue to practice. And most of all, it's like what you put in is what you get out of it. So that's why you just want to show up and be willing to make the mistakes, get better from your mistakes, and to just continue to pay attention to the instructors and also your fellow classmates. You'll find that your fellow classmates will help you out a lot. You know, there's certain things that I've struggled in, and I've gotten help from fellow classmates. And, you know, I was in the same boat where there were certain classmates that were struggling with certain things, and I was able to help them out with what they needed. So at the end of the day, guys, you're being a sponge, you're learning, but also it's teamwork. So you want to have a lot of teamwork. You want to be willing to help your buddies out, and your buddies are going to be there for you. And then, of course, you know, the instructors are all going to be there to help you out. Because they want you guys to succeed. They want what's best for you guys. So that's what makes the academy great, is you're able to be in a learning environment every single day and just absorbing information and taking it and running with it, building that momentum. All right. And number 2, guys, is have a sense of urgency, right? So as you go through the experiences, right, you're going to see that every day it's going to be full of purpose. You're going to have multiple tasks. You're going to have a lot of things going on, and it's coming at you at a high rate. However, you know, as long as you're showing up, willing to put in the time, put in the work, you know, get your studies in, and willing to do what it takes to pass, and you're gonna be set, right? Because that sense of urgency is also gonna build momentum. Because as you complete those tasks, and those tasks that may be challenging, or, you know, tests or certain things that, you know, you might be nervous about or whatever, or you might feel like you make a mistake, but at the end of the day, you know that that's part of the process. And when you do it and you overcome it, that's a big win. And that is what is going to instill that motivation. And that motivation is going to instill more sense of urgency. Like, okay, I can do this. I've accomplished this hard task. And now I can keep going forward. Because the only way is to go up, right? You start at the bottom, you work your way up. And that's how it works. And number 3, guys, and this is probably the most important one, like, is to just take it on one day at a time, right? Along with the other 2 things I mentioned, such as, you know, being a sponge, having a sense of urgency. One of the other main key components is to put those 2 together with taking it on one day at a time, because that's the most important thing you could do. Like, I know that a while back when I started, I was always I was like, you know, overly preparing and over analyzing. Okay, well, I got this test coming up. I got this task coming up. I have, you know, like a bunch of scenarios coming up and whatnot. And like, how am I going to prepare for this? When in reality, it was just going to drive me crazy, you know? And I know my other classmates have experienced this too. And so that's where, when you take it on one day at a time, okay, you focus on the task that's ahead of you, the most recent task, and you focus on that, you stick to that, you get that done, and then you focus on the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And then that's what's going to set you guys up for success. And that's honestly what has helped me. And I feel like doing that, along with being a sponge and being able to be a team player, as well as having the sense of urgency, is what has helped me and is what has carried me to continue to stay successful in the academy, and why myself, including my classmates and all the other classmates before me, have been successful, as well as the instructors and everybody else. So I think that's the biggest thing too, and it's also a big stress reliever, right? Because you don't have to stress about, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's coming up. I mean, that's of course, right? It's not a negative thing, but it's just okay. When you just stick to just one thing at a time, it'll allow you to, okay, be more focused on what is ahead of you. Not saying that I'm going to focus on one thing and neglect everything else, but rather I focus on one thing and then just correlate my time to where I can focus on, let's say, for example, Spanish. I correlate time to focus on law, correlate time to focus on, stuff for firearms or whatever it may be. I allocate my time correctly to take on one task at a time, and which is pretty much how I allocate my days. So that's really the gist of it all, you guys. And those of you guys watching that are getting ready to go through it, just remember, guys, like, we've all felt and gone through the same things that you guys are going to go through and endure, and the instructors that are there have all gone through it as well. And honestly, it's an inspiration too, because when you see the instructors, you're essentially looking in the mirror, right? So that can also be used to inspire you, give you the fire that you need, and to continue to propel forward, because the only way is up and the other way is forward. So you take those two in hand and you're good to go. But for those of you guys that have questions or anything like that as well, like I said, the floor is always open. You can always ask away. As I said, guys, before, I'm getting closer to my time. I'm very excited. Almost at the end, but this is the time to lock in and just stay focused. And those of you guys that are here, or those of you guys that are getting ready to come in, keep that fire, keep that momentum. Don't get complacent, and just stay strong. And before you know it, you'll reach the other side. With that being said, guys, I'm going to leave you here today with this video. Thank you guys for following along. Peace.